Welcome to episode 17. This time I really mean it, it's actually episode 17, not episode 16 or 18 for that fact. In the last episode I said it was 17 when it was actually 16. But now we're really on episode 17, and today we're going to play the first and the second leg of the first knockout round in the Europa Cup against Spartak Moscow. Now, last time I left you, we beat Roma 2-0 away in Rome, and then we went on to beat Atalanta 1-0, Bacca getting the winner in the second half. We drew with Genoa 1-0, and we drew with Bologna 0-0. Bit disappointing there. We really should have put them away. Going forward, we were pretty disappointing. Let's get into it. We'll fix up our subs first. I'm just going to throw him back into the reserves. He did have a bit of a run. He filled in. We've had a few injuries and a few suspensions which have made things a bit difficult. Let's go. Hopefully we can grab a good win. I'm not going to go through their players because we really don't know too much about them. This will be that nothingness. Mastor, we're giving him a bit of a run in the first team. It seems like the right wing is really where we're struggling. Haji, he's 19, but he hasn't really set the season alight. He's only chipped in one goal. Even against weaker teams, he doesn't really seem to do too well. Bonaventura has been much better this season than he was last season. I'll give him that. Yeah, our wing play has not been great this season at all. A lot of our better players come through the centre. Kuko loses it. Bonaventura recollects. Havertz. Kuko again. Bacca. This time I'm playing Havertz in behind the striker. We'll see how that works. He's good goal. Good header. Well done. Really good finish. As I was saying, we're playing Havertz in behind the striker. He seems to be a bit more adapted to that role rather than sitting deep in the midfield. And he just hit the crossbar. Is this another chance for us? Saglio sends it back in. It's pretty poor. Oh, that could have been a good pass, but there's no one looking for the run. He's threaded it right through. Up in Cano. Bacca goes on a run. Loses it to Fernando. Kuko with a good tackle. We've recollected it. Havertz. Kuko. Mastor. Disaglio sends it in. Havertz with the header. Easy for Rebov. It's a good start. 1-0 at home. In a two-leg competition, a 1-0 win is not... It's good. You'll take it. But it's not anything, not a result that would exactly guarantee you a way through to the next round. And Havertz, he's made a lot of space. It's a good shot. He's carved a chance out for himself there. Sent in. I think a 3-0. I'd really like 3-0 is what I'd really like to see. Or any kind of score, any kind of win where they don't score. I think a clean sheet is really key here. And then all we need to do is just pop in one goal in the away leg, and we should get through. That's really my plan anyway. Um, but we're playing pretty well at the moment, and I say that if I cursed us, if I jinxed it, that's a back heel. It's a shot. It's their first shot of the match, and it's a decent chance. Poli collects the clearance, and he's got heaps of space. And that's the end of that shitty highlight. Cuco, Romagnoli, Di Saglio. Ooh, that's poor by Mastor. Poli recollects. Mastor, what can he do? I'm really not a fan of him, to be honest. Mastor, he's actually I'm so mixed on him. His stats are so shit. Like, technically he's actually pretty good, but he makes poor decisions. He doesn't work well within the team. He doesn't position himself properly. He can't do anything on the mental side of the game. He's just not an intelligent footballer at all. I hope that will improve, but I think I've made a few signings actually that I should show you after this match. Now that I'm remembering. Oh, good save. And we signed a couple of youngsters, another striker, and a central defender. Both of them Italian. Both of them are regens. They're not real players, so if I knew their names, which I don't, you wouldn't know them anyway. It sounded quite hipsterish of me. Oh, I just bought these hot prospects. I brought them, but you wouldn't know who they are. You don't know their names, even if I told you them. Alright. Don't get complacent. I like telling them that whenever we're up 1-0, I'm actually pretty predictable with a lot of my team talks. We're up, if it's 0-0, it's not good enough. If we're down, it's not good enough. If we're up 1-0, it's don't get complacent. If we're up 3-0, then I might tell them, yeah, you're done good. You're done good, because if we lose or draw from a 3-0 position, then I just let them have it. That's when the hairdryer comes out. That's easy for Donnarumma, who had a bit of a shocker in his last match. Made a few mistakes, but luckily we didn't concede from any of them. I'd really like to see a second though. We've got to push for that second, I think. Poli puts it through, is poor. Can put it back in. Backer, ooh, blocked by some Russian bloke. Backer. Poli. The long ball, and we'll collect that, and that will end the highlight. Backer on his own against 3, 4, 5. Takes a shot, as a decent shot, but it's pretty easy for the keeper. You need something special from that angle and that distance. Ooh, that's living life on the edge. That chance. Cuco, Antonelli, not good. Havertz put the ball through. Backer, Poli. Oh, he's got to do better. He's right on goal. He's got to do better there. There's credit to the keeper though. That's a good save. Alright, let's go to this. And bring Haji on. Oh, good save. The longer this game goes on, the shitter we're beginning to look. hopefully this change in tactic and the sub will change things around. I'd really like to see us get another goal. They're looking dangerous, and they could be even better at home. If we get to the quarterfinals, I would personally be happy, considering the squad. But the target we've been set is the semi-final, so I think that's going to be tricky. Absolutely, I think I've said this before. Goal. I've said this before, but absolutely depends on getting a kind draw. I think if we get a Chelsea or a third place Champions League team, I'm pretty sure we're destined for one direction, and that's out the door. This was a good draw. I would take a draw like this again because this is definitely winnable, but we've got to play at our best. Who can we bring on? We've got absolutely no one. Polly comes off. He's looking a bit ragged around the edges. Gee, I'd like to see him get a few goals, get that confidence up, that morale. Like I said earlier, he's been pretty average, maybe below than. Free kick here. Bonaventura swings it in. Oof, just over. Well, not just over. It's over by a decent margin. 7 shots on target. 1 woodwork. 2 clear cut. 2 half. And 1 goalless. I'll tell them a good win because I cracked the shits at them earlier in one of our draws, and a few players were not happy with the way that I spoke to them, apparently. But 1-0, like I said earlier, I'll take that all day long. He was player of the match. 19-year-old French defender. He's looking more and more like one of our better signings of the season. I should really probably give him more first team than I have been. But we'll talk about that later. Like I said, I'd take 1-0. A clean sheet is the most important thing, I believe. And when we go away, if we can grab a goal, I think we go through. Even if we lose 2-1.